are counting down the days for when the NFL regular season gets started. Normally on this channel, I share picks from a variety of people that document their bets on the Better Off app.
Yes, sir.
However, this video is going to be a slight break from the norm because normally the picks that I'm sharing are for games that are happening the same day. That's not going to be the case here. This video is a look ahead at some futures bets. I'm going to share the picks that I like for teams to either win their division or teams that I think that are going to hit the over or under on the season win totals. To keep things consistent, I'll be using FanDuel's numbers exclusively. That said, odds are always subject to change. I'm recording this video a month before the season begins, and a lot of things can and probably will change. So, take everything that I say with a grain of salt. And if you want to stay current with picks throughout the season, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and tap that bell to receive notifications when we upload new content. Anyways, let's get started. AFC East. The Bills are the runaway favorites to win this division, and rightfully so. Barring an injury to Josh Allen, I don't see anyone in this division beating the Bills for this division crown. But at minus 220, I'll pass. I don't bet odds like this for regular season games. I damn sure wouldn't do it for a futures bet that I have to wait 5 or 6 months to cash in on.
Price is wrong, bitch.
The Jets. Well, they are the Jets, and I expect them to continue being the Jets and do Jets-like things, which mostly means losing lots of games in fantastic ways. I like their coach, but I'm not a believer in Zach Wilson as being their chosen one to lead this team out of the darkness and into the playoff light.
Not today.
The Dolphins. They loaded up the offensive weaponry in the offseason, and now the pressure's on Tua to perform. They also have a new coach. With so many new pieces in place for this offense, it makes me question whether this team can get in sync quick enough to reach their potential. I like them on paper, but I wouldn't bet on them to win 10 games or more.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
The Patriots. This is my best bet for this division. I believe New England wins 9 or more games this year. They won 10 last year with Mac Jones as a rookie. Now, a year wiser and more comfortable on the big stage, I think getting to at least 9 wins is very doable for this team. And in my opinion, it's the best bet for the listed options here.
Do it. Do it.
AFC South. This is really a 2-horse race in this division between the Colts and the Titans. The Jaguars and Texans are both working with quarterbacks that are in their second year and both have new head coaches as well.
Nothing to see here, please.
They have the Colts favored at minus 115. The Colts brought back the majority of their roster that made the playoffs as a wild card last year. However, they keep experimenting with old veteran quarterbacks to lead the charge, and they keep falling short. This year's new old guy,
The recent recipient of a brand new plastic hip.
Look, this is a very good team top to bottom, but I wouldn't bet on them winning the division, at least not with those odds. Instead, I'd rather take my chances on the Titans at plus 160. They parted ways with A.J. Brown and Julio Jones this offseason, and to be honest, I think this might actually help this team get back to their true identity, and that's playing smash mouth football. Henry is back and healthy, and I give this team a 50-50 shot of winning the AFC South, so at plus 160, I'll take the Titans to win it. And just for the record, if the odds were reversed with these teams, I would actually take the Colts. This is more about the value of the odds though.
It's a fair deal. Take it.
AFC North. Baltimore is a slight favorite to win this division. I love watching Lamar Jackson play, but the Ravens didn't do him any favors this offseason. The Ravens need to pick up more running backs that can catch the ball out of the backfield as checkdown options to Lamar Jackson, but instead they're rolling with a group of banged up guys that run well between the tackles. Jackson is not great at getting the ball downfield, which makes him pretty one-dimensional and hard to bet on.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I think the Bengals should be favored to win this division, but at plus 180, it's still a risky bet. This is the division that can and probably will cannibalize itself. Anyone can beat anyone, and that said, if I had a gun to my head and I had to make a call, I'd take Cincy to win the North this season, but I won't.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotion.
The Browns benefit from a relatively soft schedule this year, and their first 4 games look very winnable even without Watson. But if the NFL decides to lengthen Watson's suspension and they need to lean on Jacoby Brissett for more than 6 games, I stay away from these guys completely.
Don't touch it!
Now the Steelers are going to be another interesting team to watch this season. Mitch Trubisky is going to be getting probably his last shot at being a starting quarterback in this league. Fortunately for him, he's going to have Najee Harris as his running back, and he should take full advantage of that. I think the Steelers are going to surprise a lot of people this year. In Mike Tomlin's 15-year tenure, the Steelers have never had a losing season. They've gone 8-8 a few times, but they are always good for at least 8 wins. So I think that they cover the season win total of 7.5, and that's my best bet for this division.
Let's dance.
AFC West. This will be the toughest division to win in the AFC. It's the only division where odds makers have multiple teams possibly winning 10 or more games. The Raiders over-under is 8.5, which is the highest for any team technically expected to finish last in their division. So let's start with the Raiders. They picked up Devontae Adams this offseason, and he's going to be catching passes from his old college buddy, and I think this offense will be a lot of fun to watch. The defense has potential, but their defensive line, specifically in the middle, is kind of weak, and they're also going to be depending on Chandler Jones on the outside. If Jones can stay healthy for an entire year and maybe someone steps up at the defensive tackle position, this team could be dangerous, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, yeah, no, you know what? No, yeah.
Broncos have an interesting win total here. Now they have Russell Wilson leading the way, but let's not overlook the fact that they have a new coaching staff that lacks experience. I think that the Broncos will get stronger as the season carries on, but 10 wins, I'll take the under there.
Maybe next year. Let's see what happens.
The Chargers look like legit contenders this year after adding Khalil Mack to the defense, but the guy that's going to have the biggest impact is Derwin James. If he can stay healthy for a whole season, this defense will be elite. On the offensive side, they're as explosive as anyone, but let's see if head coach Brandon Staley can rein it in a bit and maybe start kicking a few field goals instead of going for it on 4th down every single time. I gotta give it to him though. The Chargers on 4th down are definitely must-watch television. As for betting on them to win this division though, I'll pass. Despite the Chiefs being slightly favored to win this division, I think a lot of people are picking against them because they are the team that keeps winning and people want to see them fail, kind of like the Patriots for all those years when they had Brady. But that's the key factor here. The Chiefs still have Pat Mahomes and he still has his best weapon, Travis Kelce. I think that Mahomes will have something to prove and he wins the MVP this year. And getting odds at plus 155 seems like a pretty solid bet. Until someone knocks the Chiefs off their throne, I have a hard time betting against them to win this division.
Come on in, boys. The water is fine.
Alright guys, agree or disagree? Let me know about it in the comments section. I will be back next Sunday to cover the NFC version of this, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you could do me a favor, show your support by hitting that like button and sharing this video, I would be very much appreciated. Until next time, best of luck banging on the books.